Hey everyone, Pastor Jonathan here. I recently got to debrief with a group of people who piloted a new small group format. The format is actually online. It's via Zoom or a different online platform. And the content is actually from Sundays. We're sort of continuing the conversation from Sundays. But we wanted to give you a little sneak peek into the debrief just to see how it went. Check it out.
If we were to imagine a world without COVID, right? Forget that for a minute. Would this format of meeting 3 weeks on Zoom and 1 week in person still make sense? Just based on pure convenience and, in other words, does this continue to have legs once, the COVID situation is under control? Do we keep right on going with this?
We've been part of small groups otherwise with kids. You get 3 families together. We have 4 kids. You get 2 other families with multiple kids. All of a sudden you're talking about 12 to 15 kids, once a week, at someone's house.
Yeah.
We've even gotten babysitters for that, at the house, and the whole point of it is to have families together. So you don't really want to split up families or split up kids. So it's doable. It's just it's a lot of planning and management of kids. So I think it's way better to keep that connection weekly on Zoom, and then once a month meet together where it's maybe even less of a questions, more of a hangout, eat, kind of talk about life stuff.
Somebody's got something come up or it came up, can we move it to tomorrow? Like that's something that if you were doing it in person, the coordination and logistics of all that is so much harder than, hey, I'll just send a new link. We'll do it tomorrow at 3 instead or whatever.
It's very structured and you have specific questions to answer, this 40-minute window that you're answering these questions that might be maybe more awkward for some people in person. And it makes it so much easier when you do connect with one another in person. That 4th week, like you're used to each other, you're growing together, you're having very meaningful conversation.
So take the Sunday sermon and multiplies the impact of something that we may just kind of leave at the door after church.
We had originally set out to do 8 weeks of these groups in this format. And is anybody stopping after the 8 weeks, or is everybody just continuing to roll?
Actually, this might be a good month, at least for Aaron and I as leaders, to take a break because we're moving. We will not show you our apartment right now. For us, we probably will take December off with the intention of bringing it back in December or January.
One of the things that I think can hurt small groups is when there's no goal, there's no end in sight. So in other words, somebody signs up and goes, "Oh Lord, am I going to be in this forever, or am I just signing up for a simple 8 weeks?" Or, should these groups, as much as we enjoy each other and all that these groups provide, should they take a natural sort of breather after 8 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever it is that we decide, just to add that, that level of, man, I can't wait to get back to groups, or, like Cody's saying, also giving leaders a bit of a break.
That's another cool part of these small groups, is that you could put those limits on it, but there's also that flexibility to have it be individualized, right, within each group. We had told our group, for example, that just according to the natural rhythm, we were supposed to be done at 8 weeks. And everyone was just like, do we have to be done in 8 weeks? Can we keep going? And because we have the ability to do it, we're like, sure, let's keep gathering.
The way I kind of presented it to the people we invited was, we're looking for a 2-month commitment. Here's the rhythm. Here's, when we're doing it.
So pretty neat. That's actually one of 3 videos that's going to be coming your way from that debrief session that we had with those leaders. We believe that small groups and the small group environment is a vital tool in helping us grow in our faith, in staying connected with one another, and whether that's via a Bible study or whether that's via this new small group format, we want to see everybody connected through a group in some way. So that's a huge vision, a huge goal of ours for this coming year. If you're interested in more, check out northcentral.org/groups. You're just gonna click on I'm interested just to find out more about it. And we're gonna keep getting information about these groups to you and hopefully launch them coming up in January. Thanks for listening. Catch you soon.